right, guys, captain's log, star date. Today's the 22nd, I think, or 23rd. I don't know. Anyways, it's who cares? It is Monday, and it's day number 8 of this self-quarantine lockout. I call it a lockout because we're not locked down. We're not quarantined yet. So we did 2 workouts last week, cardio every day, double sessions. And now today's like the 3rd workout. I don't have Erin home today. She actually had to go back to work, so today's not one of her off days. So I'm sure that she probably did her workout this morning already before she left. So like 3 in the morning, she was probably already working out. So I think what we're gonna do today is we're gonna set up a tripod, which is not gonna be as fun as when Erin's here. It's very dynamic when she can move around with the camera and stuff, and it's a lot more like real life type thing. But I think what we're gonna do is set up the tripod and we'll go through this thing and see what we can get done. Goal today is just to get a good pump. We're down about another 1.5 pounds roughly from where we started. So keto only started I did 3 days of keto, then 1 day of high carbs. So I did basically 3 days of keto last week. It will be on obviously more days this week. So this week will be on 5 days of keto with 2 days high carb, cyclo-ketogenic diet, kind of like the ultimate diet. So it'll be 5 days this week, which I'm expecting the weight to drop a lot faster, but I actually felt pretty good carving back up. I don't know if you guys have ever done a cyclo-ketogenic diet. You deplete and carb back up. You can watch your body shrink down, flatten out, get a little leaner. When you carb back up, you look a lot leaner. So it's this process of back and forth. And I've done this thing 1,000,000 times, and it's just like second nature to me at this point. I don't even really have to count my macros or anything like that because I know exactly how much to eat and what to avoid to make sure I don't go over the macros. I've done it so many times. So let's get this done. That's all we really have going on today, right? We got some stuff we have to pack for JFD Labs, some stuff on the computer, but content for YouTube, that's pretty much what we're doing today. So let's get rolling. All right, let's start with some warm-ups. Usually I warm up my rotator cuffs before every time I lift. The resistance has been different with this. So I don't feel like I need to warm up the rotator cuffs, but the way that the bands stretch and the resistance, it's actually different. I think it's actually better for the rotator cuffs. But again, to maintain some shoulder stability, we take the band, pull it out so there's tension on it. What we do now is stand with the arms down by the side, bring them up here, get ready for a press. Press them straight up like this. And drop the shoulders because my traps have a tendency to over fucking compensate and pull up. Drop the shoulders for a full range of motion like this. And back down. Nice and easy little warm-ups. Really trying to help my shoulder blade stability. You can see this left shoulder kind of up higher than the other one. It just doesn't have the stability that the right one does anymore because of that pec tear. So do a few of these and then we'll get ready to go. All right, I like starting with chest. I don't know, for me, it just feels normal to start with chest. I don't know why. It's just a body part I've always liked training. So that's pretty much how we're gonna run with it like that. What we do is throw this thing around here. Make sure we choke up on it, like choking up on the bat. And from here, we press straight out. You choke up a little more on that. This one's actually hard to push, but so as opposed to locking this behind on the elliptical like we did the other day, this actually helps you wind up. I don't have to worry about my core pushing this up. We're gonna try to just squeeze everything you can out of those. And I'm making a face, not that it hurts, but I'm trying to concentrate on squeezing my pecs as hard as I can with the resistance at the top. Not bad for a band. All right, so I'm doing my hair on the elliptical again, which when you're pressing on the elliptical like this, it does make it a lot harder, and the handles give it a better grip. So I feel like I can push. Lighting's not that good over here, but when I push like this, you get much more of a push out of it than like a pull. So now we'll just stay right inside that mid-range of motion, constant tension. So we did some lockouts, middle, and now we just come up here at the contracted position, crank out 5 reps up here, and full range again. The balancing the stability of this exercise what actually makes it hard, not actually the pressing itself. And then crank a few more up here. And 5 more. Wow, you actually do get good pump. One way that I always measured when I was younger, let me just get some light over here so I'm standing in the dark, is when you take your elbows, you try to put your elbows together, like right now I can touch them. When you're done with chest, it's like this. Like you can't touch them. Like, so me and my cousin Chris, we'd be in the gym like training. And I'd be like, how many more sets? He's like, touch your elbows. And I'd be like, oh, and he's like, all right, 5 more sets. So we do 5 more sets. Like, how much more are we gonna do? He's like, touch your elbows. Yep, we're good, we're done. So it was the elbow touching, which really was the decision whether or not we're gonna do any more training at that point. So, all right, let's move on. All right, now we're gonna hit some fly presses. So this is actually gonna be a cable crossover where, if I get the other handle, where you come down with it, like this. So from here, down. So instead of up here, right, which is gonna pull, like your lats are engaged a lot up here, try to keep your arms down. From here, down, just like cable crossover. Let it come right down to your shoulders. See that? Like how it reaches around my shoulder like that? Causes more tension on the band. Squeeze. Squeeze. Here comes Brady. Hey, buddy. Actually, I'm getting kind of a little bit of chest pump in there. It's good. All right, hit a couple sets of those. It's actually not too bad. All right, I'm doing some pre-exhaust now with these bands for back. What I'm gonna do is actually do stiff arm pull downs here. Really, for me, I think these really isolate the lats. I can really contract them down here by pinching my arms backwards. I'm trying to keep constant tension on there. And you can, of course, also do them like this. It pulls more tension, actually changes the exercise, but my goal is to pre-exhaust and not stretch my lats at this point. So there are different ranges for different exercises or different body parts. So back there's a contracted, which would be like a pull down, or row would be a contracted. This would be a stretch position where you're stretching the muscle and elongating it and then pulling back to a range of motion. And then a mid-range of motion would be something like where you move your body through space, they call it mid-range, or neuromuscular activation, which would be a chin-up, where your body's actually moving through space. Also, if you have like a Smith machine or a broomstick or something you can set up, when you hang underneath it, it's called a reverse push-up. That's moving your body through space too. So for me, pullovers or stiff arm pull downs, I like to pre-exhaust sometimes. I feel my lats get hit better like that if I don't have enough weight. So I'll pre-exhaust like I am now. But usually, I'll warm my rotator cuffs and just jump into my pyramid sets for my working sets, but a little bit different here. So we're gonna do a couple more sets of these before we actually start more of the back workout. All right, so we're getting creative a little bit here on day 3. So I'm gonna use the power push-up, the Lifeline. Is that what it's called? It's called a power push-up, right? The Lifeline, I think it's called Lifeline Power Push-up. That's what this thing is called. But I'm gonna use it for actually seated rows. Now you might be like, Jerry, how the fuck are you gonna do seated rows? Check this out. Start with my strong leg. Take this leg up here, right? Just like you would have in a regular seated row. Extend it, make sure it's tight. Oh, here we go. Does help with core too. Remember, you're bracing everything right now. Surprisingly, this actually does take a lot to do effectively. Notice the constant tension, at the same time, constant movement, fatiguing that muscle as much as we can. Our muscle group, rather. Oh, it does get hard after a little bit. But man, that'll give you a pump right there. So after you do one side with the rows, so first set, use my right leg. Second set, use my left leg. Third set, use both legs. And now, this really keeps you almost like a V-up position. So it is affecting your core. And now, it actually becomes like a full body exercise. You have to balance in the V-up position. Pretty much everything in your body is being contracted right now. How to turn a row into a full body exercise. 101. Cool stuff. Okay, so now what I did was I strung up the other band. Okay, the harder band. This one. So the dark maroon one is the band that's like 100 something pounds. And the other one, no, those are the 175, whatever it is. This is the one that I basically warm up with, the light pink one. And the dark red one is the one that you basically are using for resistance because it's the harder one. So we hit pull downs with this one here, which are kind of hard to do balance wise. So we're not used to balancing, just pulling down. So all right, just simple, basic pull downs. All right, now we're gonna hit some laterals with the 10s. And what we're gonna do with these are, we're gonna hit 1.5. So basically up, 1, up, 2. The whole key is to keep constant tension. 3 on those delts. 4, 5. So never let them touch your hips. Arms up by your sides. They start to fatigue and then they start to burn. But like the beginning, you're like, oh, this is no big deal. Once you get about 15 or 20 in, so that's really 30 or 40 reps when you're done with the half reps. Last reps up to a 10. Nice little burn there. Nothing to write home to mom about, but still a nice little burn. All right, now we're gonna get a little side delt action with presses. Something like, I don't ever see many people doing these. I really like them. It's actually a movement that I learned for movement prep before you train. More physical therapy than anything else, but I find that in cases like these, you can use a lighter weight with the bands. It absolutely does put more tension on the whole shoulder joint in general, even with the stability problems that I have. So basically take the 10s, we pull those bands out, we start here, go straight up. That's it, just like this. You're surprised how fast that will wear out your side delts with a lightweight. Again, physical therapy turned into a bodybuilding movement. You'd be surprised, guys. Doesn't look like much, but that shit burns. Especially after high rep sets of lateral. Ugh. Give it a try, you'd be surprised. Fuck, that burns. All right, now we're gonna hit a little rear delt action on the wall over there with the straps, the bands, just some straight out rear delt action. So use the lighter one, which allows for full range of motion, better contraction. We start over here, and we just go straight out. As far as you can, contract, constant tension. Now you can get even more tension by crossing them over, like this. You'd be surprised how much difference just crossing the band makes as far as where that tension goes. Oh. Yeah. Surprisingly getting a fairly decent little pump. We call it the home pump. All right, it's time to hit some buys. So what we're gonna do is we took my wife's Swifter apart over here and basically made ourselves a barbell out of the Swifter. So what we're gonna do is actually take this band, step on the band to make sure it's really solidified over there. Actually, you could probably use a little more resistance in that, like step on the band a little more there, right? When we stand up, here we have a barbell curl. Now, it's important to keep that band right in the middle, as that actually gives you balance like it's a cable, right? So basically just build a cable machine here for biceps. We can hit like 10 to 15 here, choke up on it a little bit here, close grip, 10 to 15 here. And then 15 wide grip. It's actually burning like crazy. 15, good. Here we go, BioStreet biceps, back in action, baby. And my wife is gonna kill me. I'm gonna have to put this thing back together before she gets home. She's gonna punch me in my fucking face. Fuck. When you see this, babe, don't kill me. Now, you can also take your wife's Swifter or broomstick or whatever you have available to you and turn it into a decline press also. You put it through the straps here, right? Right, Brady? You can turn that into a decline press if you want to, right here, right? Here you can turn to a guillotine press on your neck. It's more of the upper pec. It actually feels a lot more natural because you're pushing a bar than it does just pushing these handles themselves. But a little adaptation, I think, for the next workout, we'll be doing some regular presses like that. Actually, I feel that a lot better. Yeah, I like that. This is small too. It's like very thin, so it actually doesn't take up. It's not like you're having to hold this up like it weighs a lot. It's very light. It's like super light. So it's actually not going to be like weighing down where your front does have to keep it up while you're pressing. So I'll be doing some of that stuff in the next workout. All right, now we'll hit another bicep exercise. Hammer curls. Ugh. Curls for the girls. Actually, the wife's not here, so whatever. So curls for the girls. The idea is to just constantly squeeze, good full range of motion, making sure that you're controlling that weight, right? These are light weights. There's no reason to be throwing shit around, doing any kind of fucking swinging and shit like this. I mean, it's lightweight, so squeeze, contract. Just like that, nice and easy. And your biceps should start getting fatigued before your forearms, because we already did those quasi barbell curls. And nice and easy. Let's go 2 more, easy, up, 1 more. Good. So we're looking for a burn in the pump. We're not looking to set any PR records and shit. Burn in the pump as best we can. And I can actually see it. Just looking at the camera, I can see my body's kind of filled out since we started. Like, I feel like I look more athletic now than we did, 25, 30 minutes ago. So, all right, we're gonna finish up. We get some out of breath too, because I only rested about 60 seconds between. So what we'll do is we're gonna hit triceps now. We'll keep things moving. All right, time to hit triceps. One arm, dumbbell extensions, stretch, squeeze, just like that. 5, 6, 7, nice and easy. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You guys can hear the crack and popping. It's my elbow and my shoulder. 2, 3, 4. That one cracks at every rep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, good. 4, up. 3, 2, 1, good. All right. Now we're gonna go right over here to the push downs. We'll crank those out too. Stuck on my hands better. If it sits on your fingers, it actually hurts your fingers. keep rotating those. 3 sets of giant size rotations. Now you can also use the bar for triceps too, where you could rig it up like this, stick the foot through it like that. Now what you can do is actually push it like this, get it up over your head, and now you can press here, which again is not a lot of tension on there, so you're gonna have to make sure those reps are high, but it's just another way of getting some tricep work in with the bar. Not at the bar, with the bar. All right, this is probably gonna be a total fiasco. So, we're gonna start with legs now. The idea is, without a lot of weight, and we're using body weight stuff, we're gonna wanna use as many types of resistance as possible to make sure that as many directions of pulling on our legs, hips, etc. So we're gonna use a hip circle, one of these bands, right, which is gonna kind of give tension to your abductors, your glutes, etc. Then what we're gonna take this band. This is really rigging some stuff up now. This band is gonna give us resistance for when we actually do the squat. You're gonna love this. So this goes up over my head, and right here, and then this bar, which you might be like, what the fuck, Jared? It's really for balance when you're squatting. So now here we have, you guys can't see my knees, but I of course have that band around my knees. And as you squat, it actually gives you a better feel when you're holding this bar. You try not to lock out at the top, mid-range. So you're using body weight and a couple different kinds of resistance. And then this bar, basically just for balance, but the bar actually helps you feel like you're actually squatting, or it helps me anyways. Just crank them out. So do 4 sets here, like that. That band and this band, you're all tied up in bands. Do 4 sets here. All right, now what we're gonna do is finish up with some calves using some bands. And by using these bands and having to support it with other areas of, how am I gonna see this? If you guys can even see this. I'm gonna have to back this up a little bit. All right, we're gonna finish off with little calves now. And while you're doing different workouts and you're like, right now we're gonna do calves. So as you're doing calves with these bands and stuff, you don't realize you're having to brace with your upper body. Because just by the nature of what you're doing, it actually does make more of a full body workout. So holding here and squeezing with the toe. So think about donkey calf races with a band. Other side, got 2 feet, let's do both. That hurts. Going straight into these. Hold onto a wall, crank them up. And that's it. All right, so that's it for workout number 3 or 4, whatever it is, day number 8, Monday, day number 8, full body routine. Again, you feel like you get a little bit of a pump in there. You know, you're not like, it's hard to explain. Like, you're not out there fucking breaking records and you're not out there swelling up like fucking swole patrol and shit, but you're actually able to get a workout in. And I think that this is perfect for situations like short term. Like if you went on vacation, you could bring this stuff with you, do your workouts in a half hour, 45 minutes, and be ready for the rest of the day if there's no gym. Most times there's a gym where you're staying at though, and of course for any kind of lockdown we have right here, we get creative. It's almost like, you know, a lot of the guys in prison use stuff like broomsticks and pick up different rocks and stuff like that and carry them around for farmers walks and shit like that. It's almost like prison style workouts, which are still effective. We've seen guys come out of the prison like look phenomenal. So the workout, I'm having a hard time breathing. I usually rest about 3 to 5 minutes between sets. More closer to 3 than 5, unless it's a big thing like a max squat or something like that, which I haven't done in a very long time, so don't get me wrong. But moving like 30 to 40 seconds in between these rounds like this actually does hit my heart rate a little bit. Now I'm gonna go walk outside for about a half hour. I'd be a little longer because I actually go for a distance to Wegmans near my house, and that takes about 32 minutes, 33 minutes, but regardless, I'm gonna hit that now. Then when Aaron comes home, we'll do cardio again, do a second cardio session, and the goal again is to just keep getting leaner and leaner as we go along with this bullshit. And then when we get back to the gym, start growing again. So thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you guys are doing well and everybody's keeping on track with what they need to do. And hopefully these workouts can give you guys a little bit of an idea. You know, I started doing these not just for, you know, myself to put these things together, hold myself accountable for putting these videos up on YouTube to make sure I have to train, which everybody struggles with that, but for my clients as well, and anybody else that needs help right now and trying to figure out what to do. So stay strong, take care of one another out there, be good, and above all, stay ahead by not getting behind, okay? And that's what we're doing. We're not getting behind, we're staying ahead, so when this thing is over, we're good to go. I'm BioStreet and I approve this message. It's BioStreet Bicep and we are out. All right, so we're done with weight training, right, Brittany? And we're headed for our walk. It is about 44 degrees out. And the reason why I'm shooting this right now is you can see I got double hoodies on, I'm layered, got my thick ass Under Armour pants on, and I'm gonna go do my cardio with this. The reason why I'm saying this right now, I'm showing this, is all of my clients that have contacted me, some have cardio equipment at home, some don't. The ones that don't, I'm like, look, bundle up and go do your cardio outside. And they're like, oh, but Jerry, it's cold. I can see my breath right now. It's 44 degrees outside. Like, I would never ask you to do something that I wouldn't, haven't, or don't do myself. I'd never be the one to sit back and like, you should do this, and be like, oh, I'd never do that. It's crazy. No, I'm right in the mix with you guys. All right, we get an elliptical here. It bothers my knee. I don't do well with it. It hurts my back. My ass is out there trucking along in the freezing cold, and I'm sure many of you are, some out there just like you guys are. No special treatment for me. I'm just one of the fucking regular guys out there doing it. So beware, guys. If you're out there and you're one of my clients, you've hit me up and been like, Jerry, you know, what do I do? And I'm like, look, go outside. And you kind of get a little salty about it. Like, why would a jerk tell me to go outside? I'm doing it too, guys. Like, I swear to God, I'm out here trucking along too. So it's not forever. It's just for now. And our goal is to just get it fucking done every time. And once you're done, you feel a lot better about it. Because I'm going to do this again tonight. So it's going to be even colder tonight after the sun starts to set. My second session out there. It's raining out. It's cold out. We just got to get it fucking done. Later, y'all.